As many conspiracy heard out a lot last year that the current president, Muhammadu Buhari of our dear country, is a cloned one and has suited a person named Jubri, as claimed by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. However, here is a fact check on whether it is possible or not. Scientifically, human cloning is the creation of a genetically identical copy or clone of a human. The term is generally used to refer to artificial human cloning, which is the reproduction of human cells and tissue. It does not refer to the natural conception and delivery of identical twins. The possibility of person cloning has raised controversies. However, perfect cloning will always be impossible. Gene editing technology is already allowing us to edit out certain diseases in mice, and human embryos are being genetically modified in the hopes of finding better treatments for infertility. So what is going to happen when we figure out how to clone a person's brain down to its exact natural structure? In biology, if a plant or an animal such as Dolly the sheep, a clone sheep, has the same DNA, it is considered a clone, and these clones can end up as pretty successful life forms. While Dolly herself only made it to 6 years old after the average lifespan of a sheep, for clones derived from Dolly's cell line are currently alive and healthy at 9 years old. In physics, if you want to claim that you've cloned something, you are going to have to do a lot better than the sheep now to talk of human being. Fact, it is not just the DNA that has to be exactly the same. The relative positions, movements, and energy levels of every particle and all of their bonds and interactions need to be exactly the same too. So to say President Muhammadu Buhari can't be possibly cloned because there will be a need for exact resemblance in position, movements and energy levels, bonds and interactions, which is nearly impossible to find in human. So cloning is and always will be fundamentally impossible. Now, to look at the physical knowledge of Nigeria history and happiness, it is not possible that the cloned person as claimed can actually think the way the president does, like having a strong knowledge of how things work in Nigeria, or can we say he is being taught about it? Yes, let us look at it from all angles. Within the period of time the president was out of the country and the time he was back, a possible clone cannot be achieved within that time. Okay, who is writing this article is from Oluwa Tobiloba. Okay, is the one writing this, saying that it is impossible for the president to be cloned as claimed by Nnamdi Kanu. Fact check. Well, a lot of people have come out to say that, so he never said he was cloned, he was an impostor from this but whichever way, let's hear what people are saying. Those who know much about it, they will tell us what exactly he meant by that. Those who have been following him very well, they will know what he said and what he meant by that. And someone says, if Buhari is truly alive, why does he celebrate Salah in Aso Rock instead of Daura? Why does Femi Adesina suddenly talk for him instead of him to speak to Nigeria? Why did he not address the nation on a live broadcast and audience questioning? Despite the whole pandemic that ravaged the whole world, why was PTF created and never was president seen in any of this meeting? How come pictures Photoshop of Aisha and her husband was never together seen that they sat together as couple the way they used to be? Why is it that suddenly all the time president speeches became something of mockery because it is always recorded and edited all the time? Please, for you to continue your defense that is the one in Aso Rock, can the president go for a DNA test for us to be sure he's truly the person in in there were not brainless to stop fooling around with her mind. Another says here that Nnamdi Kanu never said that the president was cloned, but they said that Buhari is late and an impostor from Sudan is the one in Nasruk. He even gave his name as El Sudani. Only God knows the real truth, right? Okay, okay. He is cloned. Before it was now an imposter. Now he is cloned. Another says here that the guilty are always afraid. Why defending a living being when he is still alive to prove by live broadcasts to differentiate media worldwide with few questions and answers? Shame on you. Okay, that's what this particular person is saying. This is Moses Adogbeji. So he's the one asking the question. Someone say because Buhari does not have time for your stupidity. Okay, that's why he will not want to speak. Okay, Mr. Poster, please ask your Buhari to address Nigerians on a live press conference. That alone will end the whole saga. But we got nothing to say to this. But if the allegation levied against Mr. President is really true, then all those that mastermind these plans don't deserve to live except the true secret is not uncovered. Using a whole national whatever seat to game is an insult to the old nature. So for me, I don't want to believe it. But if finally comes out to be true, then something terrible will happen in Nigeria. Really, you think anything? Nothing will still happen. Nigeria will still go their normal way. Something terrible will happen to the people involved, not Nigeria or Nigerians. Mind your tenses. I wonder why he addresses like he has code always. Okay. So someone say na old age. Okay. How long did it took Obasanjo to say I dey kampe in live broadcast? And why is this man hiding up till now? Shame to you all. If he's alive, we need him to address the nation on TV channels. No, and answer some questions from our journalists. The truth must surely be asked one day. Nothing lasts forever. You know, the more they do, the more people say one thing, the more they see come out to prove it to the people, most especially the presidency. Short words, unless they are telling us he's very, very sick. That is the only thing I can really pick from the author. Whether he's very, very sick, whether he cannot really remember a lot of things due to sickness or due to old age, because that is the only thing that can make them to be hiding him. Even if it is a 2-minute speech, you know, talk heart to heart to people. It should have resolved a lot of things. You know, the last time they tried to interview him, when Kadiari, because it's her name, was interviewing him with Oshibaju, you could see that the man was not comprehending at all, was just not saying the same thing. They will ask him something, he will be answering another thing, you know. And that is the kind of person that is leading us. Everything is faulty. A lot of things are faulty, and that's why you see that the woman is always coming up. To lay her complaints in the public domain. Because if really she has somebody that she can really relate to, or really her husband is there, because in my own opinion, I just believe that a lot of things, like sickness, maybe, you know, if you can't even remember a lot of things, cannot be articulated. Because for a woman to be going outside like that, and you know that your husband they can't wait, you want to go back to that house to go and meet too. She will not try it. She will not try it. She has done it over and over again. Because the fear that, okay, my husband, how is he going to feel? How is he going to do this and that? It's not there. In a recent, she wouldn't have been doing all of those things. She wouldn't have even come out. You wouldn't have heard such things that she's always coming out to tweet on social media to say. She wouldn't have said that, because she knows that when she goes back home, she will hear it. But nobody's going to do anything. All this window dressing speeches they are giving here and there, the presidency this, the presidency that, the only thing that can make people not to start having double mind is for him to just address little. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You know, when the people talk about insecurity, what is going on, the protest, the next thing they start arresting them. Then what does that mean? Meaning that you don't even know what to do. Solve the solution, solve the problem, bring solution to the whole thing. No, they will not want to do it. and they'll keep implicating themselves. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning what this writer has said in this article. Leave your comment below and let's have your take.